What if I told you that there's a platform out there, guys, that your voice could really and truly be heard without all the noise? What if I told you that you also could get paid for your writing? You could get paid for your thoughts. Well, that exists, guys. Today, I'm going to talk to you all about the amazing platform that I've been exploring over the last few months, and that is Substack. So with Substack, guys, it's a really exciting platform. I've been having lots of fun over there on Substack, and I've been gearing up, learning, diving in. One of the reasons is because I really couldn't wait to share this with you guys. Now, there are a few reasons why I'm really excited to share Substack with you guys. I've done plenty of content around introverted business owners, around highly sensitive business owners, and also around business owners who get overstimulated when they are on social media. So whether you are a writer, business owner, content creator, or just an everyday person who wants your voice to be heard, you want to get your content out on the internet in a platform around people who will love, support, and respect it without the overstimulation of social media, Substack just might be the place for you. So you may be wondering, just like I first did, I think I heard about Substack a while ago, just browsing on YouTube, and I saw somebody's channel pop up and they were talking about getting paid for writing. So I'm sure you're wondering, what is Substack? What is this thing called Substack? Well, first of all, guys, Substack is a blog, a newsletter, and a content sharing platform all in one. There are plenty of things that you can do on Substack. You can publish a blog post, you can share your newsletter, you can leave an audio note, you can have a podcast, you can have a paywall over your content and actually have a membership community. You can start chats with your community. And there's so much more that I'm still exploring every single day that you can do on the platform. You can also post a note to the community, which works similar to a social media post, but not. And unlike your personal blog, Substack has a built-in discovery system, which is like no other, to be honest, where you can post and you can talk with other people and you can discover new writers all day, every day, different from how you could do on your average social media platform. So they have an insider, awesome discovery tool, which helps you to be discovered by other readers and also helps you to discover other writers. So there are a few reasons why I fell in love with Substack, and I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. Number one, it's a breath of fresh air, okay? And like I said, if you are like me, you don't spend a ton of time on social media because it can definitely be overstimulating, especially in the news space right now or just in the business space. It can be overwhelming to take in too much social media at one time. So Substack is a place unlike anywhere else, in the world. And it is nothing like the platforms that you're used to. And I'm really enjoying spending time there. Number two, it's perfect for introverts. So if you are an introverted business owner, content creator, or writer, it is perfect for you. You don't necessarily have to show your face. You don't necessarily have to go live, although that is a feature that they have now. I forgot to mention that feature to you guys. But you can definitely be an extroverted introvert like I am, or just an introvert altogether, and not feel overstimulated being there. Number three, there's more authentic engagement. I feel like, of course, the goal is you want to get as many subscribers to your content as you can, but it's really important on a platform like Substack to actually get subscribers who actually are interested in what you're talking about. And I really do feel like there's a mutual understanding between the writers on Substack that if you're not going to be genuinely interested in what I'm writing about, I don't feel a way about you not subscribing. I feel like social media can be so follow for follow and so inauthentic, the reasoning why we do things. There's always buy my stuff at the end of the day. At the end of a relationship is buy my stuff, or follow me, or join my thing. I feel like there's just a mutual respect and there's a mutual support going on Substack, where everybody wants to see everybody win. And you can easily find people who are genuinely interested in what you have to say. And here's the thing, guys. You don't even have to be a professional writer to get started with Substack. There are so many different types of people on the platform. You have people who are like best-selling authors on the platform, like they literally write for a living. Writing is their art. I mean, I've seen poets on the platform. I've seen people that just want to express their everyday thoughts. They're not necessarily a writer or a business owner or a therapist or anybody like that, but I have seen a wide community of therapists, black hair enthusiasts, you have your business owners, you have all kinds of different people, influencers, content creators. People from all walks of life are there on Substack, and I think that's what makes it so unique and fun. With this platform, there is no fluff. You get exactly what you give. There are no gimmicks involved. You get exactly what you put in. So here's a popular question. I know you want to ask, so how much does it cost? Talk to me about the money. Well, it costs absolutely nothing to join. It costs absolutely nothing to write. And the amazing thing is Substack offers you so many tools that are completely free of charge. The only time for now that you will be charged is if you choose to have a paid subscription and you want to get paid for your writing on Substack or your content on Substack. And what a lot of people do is just kind of lock some of their content for their members. Substack is going to take a percentage of those earnings, but otherwise up until that point, it is completely free. So how to get started on Substack? Getting started is easy. You're just going to visit Substack. You're going to go ahead and create an account. And I would suggest exploring before posting. Just get your feet wet. See what it's all about. You know, there are no strings attached. Like, you don't even have to ever publish anything if you don't want to. I sat on the platform for a good 2 to 3 months before I published anything. I just needed to kind of see, is this the vibe I like? Is this my place? Are these my people? Do I want to be here? And how am I going to incorporate this into my strategy? So I would suggest just hanging around, seeing how it works, and there's no pressure to post anything right away. The next thing is, if you want to get the most from Substack, you want to go through your settings area and you want to take your time and fill out as much as you can. And just don't forget, guys, some things can be filled out later, so you may not be able to complete your entire profile, but just try to fill out as much as you can. And the last one is to start posting. Whenever you're ready and you know what you want to write about, what kind of content you want to put out into the world, then you're going to start posting. I'm blown away every day by the different niche communities that they have there. I'm sort of in the Christian faith-based business area where I talk about both, and I'm finding my people where there are other people who want to read about both and they're also talking about both. So I just feel like your people are there. So be sure to check it out. So now I, guys, am going to share my content sharing strategy in the way that I'm personally using Substack. Before I got active with Substack, I had to make sure whether or not this platform was right for me, because there's a new platform popping up every 5 seconds. Y'all know how it works. And Substack's been around for quite a while before I ever had even heard about it, but I didn't know whether or not I needed a new platform. And I will tell you, sometimes a new platform is not what you need. But if you are considering a new platform, you want to make sure that it fits into your content schedule, your lifestyle, and everything that you're looking to do. So I just wanted to first sit back and see how would Substack fit into my current content plan and posting, because I already have a pretty complex schedule. So I wanted to make sure that the platform really could fit in with that. So here's my content plan strategy, guys. First, what I do is I use Substack similar to how I would a brain dump. Once I decide on a topic that I want to explore, I dump all of my ideas there and I first create my blog post. The second thing that I do is I do my research on YouTube and I turn my Substack content into a YouTube video. So this content that you're hearing right now is already in written form on Substack. I already sat down and went through all that I want to talk about here, and I put that all in the form of a blog post on Substack. So the third thing that I do, guys, is I then have my video editor to extract the audio from my YouTube video to create a podcast. Now, the thing about it that I've had to wrap my mind around, guys, is that sometimes perfection is not the goal. Sometimes getting done is the goal. I realize that I am working with limited time in my everyday life. I have a lot of hats that I wear, including my family and just all the things that I have going on. I know you can relate. So I know that I cannot dedicate time to my podcast individually, but I really do love my podcast. So what I decided to do was to take the audio from my videos and put them over on my podcast. No, it's not in the same vibe that I envisioned it, but it's there and people are enjoying the content. Once I do that, I use AI to help me to write social media posts so that I could chop that content up in bits and post it on my social media website. After all that, I come back to Substack and I notify all of my newsletter subscribers that I've just released a podcast and video those other versions of the content that I've already written on Substack. So what I'm doing is I'm using Substack as in all, like in one. So when you come to Substack, you'll be able to be the first to see the content that's on my mind, what I'm thinking about. You'll also get updates to where I'm posting that content as well. So wherever I am online, I'm a lot of different places, but if you're on my Substack as a subscriber, you will be able to see exactly what I'm doing. This strategy really works for me, guys, because it makes me feel like I'm having fun and I'm not going out of my way to overwork myself. Everything is sort of working together and not working separately from one another. So every little piece of my content plan is flowing together. It makes things a lot easier for me. Another thing that I really do love about Substack, guys, is that I like to create in seasons. I really am a content creator and business owner that is all about flow. And there are times that I do have to take time off just to get with God and be in my own head. So when I'm having times like that, it really does suck, guys, when I come back and I'm punished by the algorithms because I haven't been around for a couple of months. But I feel like Substack is very relaxed. When I need to take a back seat and just not be present for a couple of months, I still feel like I'm able to gain traction on the platform very quickly. So let's talk about the money. Okay, I know that if you have heard about Substack, you heard that you could get paid just for your thoughts. You could get paid just to write. And it is true. I'm going into that piece of it very, very passively. I do have a paid community, just in case you want to know. And my Substack is called Commerce, Coffee, and Jesus. I just recently released the paid version of Commerce, Coffee, and Jesus, which is called Commerce, Coffee, and Jesus Insiders. And in there, I'm going to be releasing a voice note or newsletter or something every single month to let people know what I have going on behind the scenes in my personal life and business. I'm also going to be providing some of my own personal resources that I use for clients to help them to run a successful God-centered business. And I have also a chat thread in there, guys, where you can pretty much pick my brain and ask questions, throughout the week. So that's all the things that I've incorporated into my paid community with ease. Is something new I'm trying out. I'm not overly marketing it or promoting it, but it is there, and I'm excited to serve the members who do join. So with Substack, what you can do is you can actually paywall your content. What I mean by that is, let's just say you write something, but you have maybe a group of extra tips that you want to share with your readers, but you only want those who are your paid subscribers to be able to read that content. There's an option where you can block that content, and it says that you would have to subscribe in order for somebody to read that comment. I heard from a little birdie that there are some people that are making over 6 figures on Substack just for membership. So the earning potential is definitely there. I'll have to come back and report, guys, once I've been on the platform a bit longer as to how many members I have and things like that. But the earning potential is there where people can actually say, hey, I want to buy you a coffee, or I want to pay to get your paywalled content. So I think that's pretty amazing. What do you think? So I'll make sure that I paste a link in the description box to Commerce, Coffee, and Jesus. Even if you're not interested in the paid portion, but you're interested in joining the publication for free, it's going to tell you whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm talking and thinking about and wherever I'm posting online. So you definitely don't want to miss it. So I thought it would be good for us to do a little deep dive. So I'm inside of my Substack and I want to show you how mine looks. I've been active for probably 3 to 4 months, guys. Not long at all. Probably not even really consistent that long, but I have been sitting on here for quite some time doing nothing. So let me show you just a little bit behind the scenes of how my Substack looks. So this is where my profile is. You can see my picture here, what I'm all about. This is my publication, Commerce, Coffee, and Jesus with Dallas. And then you can see my activity under this tab. And they also have an app for your phone. I have the app on my phone as well. This is what I've been busy with doing, basically, on Substack. I reposted this person's article, and then I have my own stuff that I've been posting. So this is just an article I recently put out there and for people to read. I also have some other posts that I've been putting out here every day. Now, I will say I'm getting back active, guys, so I don't have a lot of likes and stuff like that yet. Like this one, I was on pretty consistently and I did get 4, but I'm getting back into action now a bit more consistently. But basically, this is where you can post things. It's similar to social media, but not, so you don't want to treat it exactly like social media, but it's just where you go to express your thoughts and talk to people, discover new people, and it's where people can discover you. And posting to your notes tab is really going to give you maximum visibility and help with your discoverability for sure. And so that shows my activities. These are just my posts where somebody who visits my profile that can see my blog post. And I've done, let's just see how far back I've gone. I don't even know. Yeah, it does tell me the dates and how far back I've gone. But I've done posts up to, my husband's calling. I've done posts since November. So that kind of gives you an idea of how long I've been doing posts. I've been posting since November 24, 2024. So I sat on there for a while and I did my first post on November. Then I post again the next day. Then December, I did 2 posts or three posts. Then I came back in January. So I sat on there for a couple of months before I really started to get active. And then these are my reads. These are people's Substacks that I'm suggesting that other people reads, and you can control how this looks. But anytime you subscribe to somebody's Substack, if they have reads that they suggest, Substack will also suggest that you go and follow the other people as well. And it's your choice whether or not you decide to do that. So this is the home section over here to the left. We have the inbox. People can actually send you messages. You have a chat section. These are my notifications for most recent activities. And if I want to post something, I'm just going to hit the plus button and I can do a note, I can do a post, I can do a video. And there's also an option to post an audio as well. There's also an option to go live. I don't know why that stuff is not showing from here. Some stuff is available on mobile as well. So I'm not sure why. And then I have my dashboard. I can click on that. If I just want to see an overview of what's happening with my Substack, I can check on that. And I will tell you guys that the discoverability on Substack is really great. Out of all the subscribers that I do have here on Substack, most of them have come from inside the platform. So a lot of platforms say that you have that kind of discoverability, but you actually don't. So as you can see, these are all the different sections like recommendations where I can get to my settings that I told you guys you want to go through and you want to complete and fill out. My stats, it'll show me my subscribers, my chat, podcast if I wanted to podcast here in my post. Okay guys, so I thought it would be helpful for me to share how my Substack looks in the background. I didn't get in depth about that because there's plenty of tutorials out there if you need a walkthrough step of what to do. But I feel like it's very, very easy to get started and very, very easy friendly. So now let's move on to the tips that I would like to share with a beginner. These tips are based on my own experience. So if you're just getting started with the platform, these tips can help you get started. Number 1, ease into it before you start posting. I think I talked about this a little bit earlier, but there is no pressure for you to join today and jump right in and start blogging. The reason why I don't suggest that you do that is because you may not know for sure what it is that your blog looks like. What does your newsletter look like? What are you doing with it? What is your angle with it? So there's no pressure for you to jump right in today and start with Substack. I would say ease your way in, get your feet wet, get in the community, see what's going on, see whether or not this is your place, and just check it out, guys. Just check it out before you get started. Number 2 is decide whether or not Substack fits within your current content plan or lifestyle. I have to mention both because every person who decides to be a writer on Substack isn't a business owner, isn't a content creator, and isn't a writer. You may just be somebody who you've always wanted to share your point of view with the world. You've always wanted to share your writing with the world. So first, consider, how does Substack fit into my lifestyle? How can I write and engage in a way that complements what it is that I'm already doing? And if you're already running a business and you already have content out there online, it's also good to consider how this platform is going to work out for my current content strategy. Number 3 is you don't have to replace any of your current platforms. That was one of the first questions I had when I joined Substack, is I'm always looking to narrow down my list of things to do. So I didn't know whether or not, since this is a newsletter, should I keep my current newsletter? Since this is a blog, should I keep my current blog? I really was not sure, guys. So it really took me a while to get started because I was really trying to figure out how it had a place in my current situation with content creation. But what I came up with at the end of all of that thought was that I don't have to get rid of my newsletter. I still have my current newsletter and I cross promote. I still have my current blog and I have my team to write to that blog. Once a YouTube video is posted, then they take and transcribe that and put that onto my blog. So you don't have to give up any of your current platforms to make this work. Number 4, notes can become very overwhelming because you'll see once you join Substack, that's how you're going to get discovered. That's most likely how you're going to get subscribers if you plan on getting subscribers from inside and on the platform. Now, if you're bringing subscribers from other places, of course you can share with those other subscribers that you'd like for them to move over to Substack, and they can choose whether or not they want to do that. Some people have definitely grown very well that way. I know some of my subscribers come from people I know, clients, people I've worked with, people who are on my other email list. But if you're really looking to get discovered by some new people on the Substack platform, posting notes is going to be very important so that you can get seen and get your content found. But I don't want you to be overwhelmed, similar to how you would be on social media. One of the things that you can do, especially if you already have an online presence, is you can take some of your posts from other platforms. You can go back years. If they're relating to what you want to say today, you can find something that you said that really resonated with people, or maybe no one saw it, right? You can copy and paste it as a Substack note. My goal is just to post one note a day. And sometimes when I'm super busy, I don't do that. But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by those notes or by that feed, but it's just something you want to do to get your content discovered. So go back to your own content and repurpose that if you're looking for ideas for your notes. You can do the same thing for your blog posts. Maybe you're having writer's block, you're not sure what to write. One of the things that I suggest that you do is use like the notepad on your phone, and always treat your ideas as sacred and put those ideas onto your notepad. I keep it on my phone and my computer, so even when I'm on the go and I have a thought of something I want to talk about or write about, I dump all my ideas there. No, I may not write about all of them, but they're in that safe space and I'm treating them as sacred. That makes it easy for me to find topics that I want to blog about. So number 5, I talked ahead. That was actually number 5. Keeping a notepad on your phone and computer was number 5, so that you can keep track of your ideas to write about, as well as to create notes. Brain dump all your ideas and keep them in a safe space so you never run out of them. That was number 5. Number 6 is to subscribe authentically. I make sure that I read a couple articles. I read over someone's notes before I just jump up, guys, and subscribe to their content, because you know what? I don't want to get in their way and I don't want to get in my way either. Okay, so I don't want to be subscribing to stuff that I don't want to read, and I don't want to be receiving a bunch of notifications and emails for stuff that I'm not interested in. But I also don't want to do anybody else on Substack a disservice by subscribing to their content, and I know that I'm never ever going to read it. So make sure that you're subscribing authentically. Sometimes it can feel like pressure when someone has subscribed to you to want to return the favor. But if you know for sure that this is not something you're interested in, it's not personal, it's best to just stick with subscribing authentically. Number 7 is you get out whatever you put in. I said this before, I'm always repeating myself, but you get what you put out. If you get on Substack, you read other people's content, you comment, you show it love, you read your notes, you comment, you show people love. When you are doing those things, that love will definitely come back to you. And the last one, guys, is there is no pressure to use every single feature on Substack at once. There are a lot of things that you can do. I still haven't left a single audio note. I still have not used the podcast feature, and I probably won't because I already have a podcast and I don't plan on changing that. I haven't gone live on Substack. Don't see that I really will at any point. Maybe I will, maybe inside of my paid community or something, but probably not, right? So it's just not features I'm really interested in. Too much like some of the other platforms I'm using. So don't feel pressure to use every single feature that's there. You just need to use the ones that you feel comfortable with using and you feel like those are the ones that you need to use. There's no pressure to use everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. All in all, I would say there's no real right or wrong way to Substack, right? Just get started and do it your way. Different people are doing it different ways. That's why videos are amazing and podcasts are amazing, where you can come in and you can hear what different people have to say about their experience on Substack. So I would love to hear in the comments whether or not you are going to give this platform a try. Have you given this platform a try? What are your thoughts, and what did you enjoy most about this content today? So don't forget, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to definitely subscribe and check the description for links of freebies I have and different ways that you can connect with me. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.